Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sylvia Barrock and today I'm going to be talking about a stock which is not going to recover anytime soon. I'm going to discuss very important patterns on the chart and we're going to discuss why it is important to recognize those patterns, get rid of your losing positions and focus on winning trades. Before we start, guys, check out my website sylviabarrock.com. Check out my free trading kit and my free Telegram channel. I'm going to post the link just in the description box below. Now let's jump into the stock. The stock which I'm talking about is PayPal. That's right. So this stock pretty much got destroyed in the past couple of months. And as we look back, we see here through COVID, the stock gave back a lot of its gains. So even pre-COVID, it was around $125. And after that, as COVID happened, it dumped to $82. And since then, as we know, we were in one of the biggest bull markets and rallies. It went from $82 straight up to $310. So this is a huge increasement. This was a very nice growth stock. All investors were into that stock and pretty much all growth stocks exploded like that. Tech and growth stocks were the way to go in the past 2 years. But then at some point things changed and we as traders have to recognize those changes. We have to be able to realize what's happening on the market and of course move on to something else. Get rid of losing positions and not hold to those losing positions. So let's see what happened. I know some of you guys know me already for some time and I've been talking about market cycles a lot. And that's exactly one of the reasons what happened here. So first of all, we went through very straight bull uptrending market and cycle, especially on this stock. And at some point, those growth stocks were no more the hot stocks to trade. They started to reverse and same did PayPal. And as we see back here, that was the first time actually as we saw the first gap down after earnings. So if you guys realize that the stock is dumping on earnings, that's never a good sign. In the majority of the cases, something is going to happen and the selling will continue. So what happened here is that a lot of competition came in and PayPal was not able to keep up with all the competition, all the payment providers which started to occur. So after this dump, the stock was pretty much trying to bounce back up, but as we see, it never really recovered. Every single bounce here was followed by a huge big red candle and continuation lower. So if you see that kind of behavior on the stock, that should be the first warning sign that something is going on with the stock, something is wrong. If you see that the stock is breaking out like this, trying to break out, but then you see one big red candle, that's a warning sign. So in a normal bull market and bull environment, you will see higher highs, higher lows, a lot of momentum. That was the case after COVID, for example, with this stock. But you will not see this kind of trying to break out and then failed breakouts, failed bounces. So if you see this happening, this means there's something going on with the stock. Basically the type of behavior which you want to see in a bull market and in a winning stock. Higher highs, higher lows, very nice green candles, very nice continuation. If you see a gap down based on earnings, pay attention what is happening with the company. Maybe something is wrong, maybe they cannot keep up with the competition, maybe they are not making any money anymore. So you have to pay attention what's happening, and then if you start seeing after this failed breakouts, failed continuation, this is your first warning sign, first sign that something is gonna happen with the company and you should definitely get rid of the stock. So this is something I would personally do. And after a while, you started to see from higher highs, higher lows, return into lower lows, lower highs, a very, very clear downtrend, as we can see here. And you see those big red candles, those are never a good sign when it comes to especially holding a stock. So you want to see an uptrending chart pattern and not a downtrending. And you can see that very clear here, lower lows, lower highs, another failed continuation to the upside, failed breakout. huge red candle, which means again something is happening with the stock. There are no buyers here left and the madness will continue. And after this, it continued another gap down based on earnings. So guys, again, if you see 2 times in a row gap down based on earnings, this is never a good sign for the company. This means something is not okay, and I will, instead of trying to long it or hold to a losing position, I will definitely start looking into some short setup. So if you know how to short sell, that could be a huge advantage, especially in a market like right now where, you know, everything is selling off, everything goes down. You can profit on both ways. So that's the beauty of the stock market. And then as we can see, we went sideways here for a while, and third time, one more big gap down here based on earnings, another sell-off continuation. And you know, even I've been thinking, well, it sold off so much, it's oversold, I'm using RSI here, it's gonna bounce. And I was thinking actually to start buying it here, but you see, you never saw on this chart a green candle bigger than the previous candle. So every single candle is continuing to the downside, going lower. You never saw here a nice green candle or something showing you that there are buyers involved. It's just the sell-off continued after this gap down, and especially in combination with this whole market sell-off what we had in the last couple of months, this stock just pretty much got destroyed here. That was it, the only bounce which we had, which was just 3 days, and then we continue lower. And you know, looking at this chart, talking about market cycles, about fundamentals of the company, not being able to keep up with the competition, I just don't see how this is gonna recover, and why is this all of a sudden start to go higher. So again, we have too much bad things happening here, the overall market situation, the fact that we might see increasing of interest rates this upcoming week, the fact that growth stocks in general are being very beaten down in the past 2 months. So this is just not good for this company. And sometimes even if you see oversold never means that it's going to come back. So the sell-off can continue. And if I zoom out here, you see the previous low was at 82. So we might touch even here $82. And I would be definitely not a buyer at this point of this stock, because again, there is just not a single sign that there is buyer's interest. You just see a lot of red, lower lows, lower highs, and you know, the first sign what I would like to see in order to get interested at all in buying this stock will be something like that. So I would like to see some more green, higher highs, higher lows, trend reversal, and then looking for a buy. But for right now, it's just a straight short. So that's here the lesson, guys, for you today. If you recognize earnings, gap downs, failed breakouts, failed bounces, those are normally first signs that something might happen and might continue to happen. So of course, it could be 1 quarter where the company is not doing very well and it starts to catch up and recover. But the majority of the time, if this continues for 2 quarters and you see gap downs and selling and failed breakouts, this means this trend is going to continue, as we see, of course, here. And there are plenty of other stocks like that which were not able to keep up with the competition, not able to get, you know, more and more and better profits, and at some point investors are pulling their money out, putting it somewhere else to work. Especially right now, you know, commodities are very, very important through this war. So that is the place to be, and not in those growth stocks. And if you're holding to losing positions, guys, you will never be able to focus on other good opportunities. So that's it for today, guys. I hope this video helped you to recognize failed breakouts like we discussed here, failed bounces, gap downs on earnings, how to get rid of your positions faster and not hold to losers. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to see you back on my video here next time. See you soon and bye.